What the heck is going on, everybody? This is going to be another one of those videos where I just kind of press start recording and I start talking. My objectives for this one are to discuss competitive Call of Duty in Cold War and what I think that's going to look like, and different issues that are going to come up, different things I'm excited about, and yeah. My good friend Tristan did a video similar to this. It is linked in the description below. I'm adding my own take to his video that he did a couple of weeks ago, just because I like the style. So go drop a sub to Tristan down below. You guys all know Cold War. You've seen the beta, you've played the beta, but how is competitive going to play out? Regarding S&D, we played VIP Escort, right? It's kind of S&D-esque, but instead of a planter, you have a dude, and instead of a bomb, you have a rope that's into a helicopter, and then you escape. It's okay. It's definitely some of the most fun that I had in the beta, but it's not going to be the competitive mode for this year. It's just another one of those knockoffs that they kind of do for S&D, like they did with Cyber Attack and the different modes that they've had throughout previous Call of Duty games. I think S&D will play well because it's actually kind of fun in VIP Escort. I like the timing of it, the pace, how it makes you play. I think it'll be interesting to see how S&D plays out. A lot of that has to do with the bomb sites in the different maps, also the different maps that we haven't seen yet. So there's a lot that we haven't seen yet that I'm looking forward to. But in terms of S&D strategies like plant spots, rush routes, nade spots, bomb spots, god spots, like it's gonna be a good year. You have a lot to look forward to on this channel and the channel of my close YouTube friends. So that I'm looking forward to. Now the other thing with competitive is PC integration. If you guys have seen the post on Twitter already, there are hackers on the Cold War beta already, and that is very sad to see. I hope the fact that there are hackers means that Activision / Treyarch / whatever will be able to identify those and find them out and stop them before the full game comes out. Ideally, they could have an anti-cheat. I know that's not like a permanent solution or 100% fix, but it's just another means of stopping this type of thing from happening. Because when it comes to competitive, especially with like the top of the line pros being on PC all the time, like they're going to be playing their wagers, their GB tournaments, etc. They're going to be playing that on PC because that's what they play on for their competitive game. So I'm assuming if they're on PC for everything that they will ever play, there's gotta be a surefire way to make sure that there are not hackers in these competitive lobbies, because I do not want to run into hackers when we're playing for money or for tournaments or even for XPs for that matter. Because the best hackers, you won't even know that they're hacking. They'll be able to hide their walls and like just make it seem like they just happen to know where you're going at all points in time. They won't have any like snappy headshots or anything, and that's the worst part about the whole thing. And what CMG has done is really interesting. They've made it so that if you want to play on PC, you have to be streaming your game. I do like that. That's not a 100% guaranteed means of making hackers not prominent. Like you can definitely stream. People have done that before. I've seen clips of people doing it on Twitter. This one person in particular was hacking, streaming with a face cam, and then you could see out of the corner of the monitor that there were like green boxes around all the enemies or whatever the hacks look like. Or it was like a green X-ray or something. It's possible to stream and just not show that layer of hacking in your OBS or Streamlabs. But the way that they'll play the game is a lot different, a stream being required. So I think that's a good step in the right direction for competitive that CMG has taken. I'm hoping that GB and UMG and similar sites will also have that to be mandatory with PC players. Other than that, I don't really know the best way of making sure that nobody's hacking. In an anti-cheat, I guess a camera pointed at your monitor at all times, but that's a lot to ask of different streamers and people that are playing the game casually to point a mirror at their monitor. But I mean, it's whatever works to make sure that people don't cheat. Anyways, I'd like to know in the comments below what you guys thought of the beta. I think in comparison to the alpha and beta weekend 1, weekend 2 has played very well. I have had little to no issues with latency. The gunfights feel great and fair, and the gunplay feels very good. The sniping is really good, but I'm not good at it. So when there are people that are good snipers, I absolutely get dogged on. I'm trying to be good with the sniper, but I just don't have it in me. I don't have that. I don't know what I'm missing. I think I'm not aiming high enough. I think that's what I need to change, but it's still fun. I think a lot of the guns are good. There's not any that are like crazy standout. You see a lot of people running around with MP5s and Uzis and AK-74s. I feel like the guns are well balanced, so that's good to see. I'll be interested to see which guns and which attachments really stand out as the best ones. Wildcards are going to be really interesting to see in competitive play as well, if they're even allowed. I have a feeling that they won't be, unless there are some that are a little more balanced. Because having all those attachments on your gun doesn't really make sense. Having all those perks doesn't really make sense from a competitive standpoint. Overkill definitely doesn't make sense from a competitive standpoint. I have a feeling that either a very select few of wildcards are going to be allowed or no wildcards will be allowed at all. In terms of hardpoint and control, I actually did play, so a lot of people ask me why we don't play variant, and I have in previous Call of Duties. I just didn't like it in Modern Warfare. But hardpoint and control is also in the beta and plays pretty well. Hardpoint I have limited experience with in Cold War, but I'm sure it will be fine. It'll be cool to see how that plays out in the future of my gaming and my channel. But we might throw some variant in here just to mix up the pot a little bit. But yeah, all in all, I think it's going to be a good year for competitive Call of Duty. Tune in to this channel and the channels of my friends down below in the description for more content leading into the Cold War year. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. If you do, let me know with a like or a sub, and I'll catch you in the next one.
He's got a...
That's a kill. Enemy destroyed. Barracks authorizing chopper gunner tasking.
We're defending
Killed my kill.
pipeline established overhead. Eliminate their last operator. No more lives, no more chances. Control.